step video, so I decided to try it live, and maybe I won't get cut off, hopefully. So my video is about the blood moon. I'll be with you guys in 1 second. My video is about the blood moon, and I was just talking about how okay, now I got my train of thought. Okay, so at 10:10, the blood moon was not here yet. At 10:10, I was like a regular, like bright color. Well, not regular, but it was really really bright, like a light whitish color. It was really really bright. And so I'm like, okay, well, I guess I missed. Other people were saying that the blood moon was going to be here. I think at 11:11 where they're from. So I said, well, let me see what I can see before I go to bed at 11:11. So at 11:11, I go out. I look at the moon, and the moon is not like the color, but it was a little bit dimmer and darker. But like, okay, here's the moon. Here's the moon. The end of the moon, like this much of the moon, was just beginning to change red, where you could barely see it. So at that point in time, when I was looking at that, where it was just a little bit of the red blood moon coming in, I had a visitor that was coming, so I was letting him know what I was doing. I was like, hey, I'm checking out the moon. I see it a little bit. Do you see? He was like, no, I don't. I don't see anything. I don't know what you're talking about, because he doesn't study anything about anything in astronomy and all that stuff. So he didn't know what I was talking about. So anyway, so I said, okay, well, when it was, okay, so an hour had passed. It was 12 o'clock. So 12 till, at 12:12, something told me, Robin, go check on the moon. Because at this point, I did not want to miss it. So 12:12, I go outside, and the moon is red. It was so beautiful. It was beautiful. And to me, it seemed like the stars were closer to Earth than normal. And the reason that I say that is because I used to live in California, and when I was me and my twin brother, we were up. I don't know exactly where we were. I think we had went to Colorado, and in Colorado where we were, I think we were up high in the mountains, and the stars, they looked like stones because they looked like, they were really close to us. And I remember in Los Angeles where we lived, stars didn't look like that where we lived. And so I will never forget how the stars looked. I believe we were in Colorado, and we were up in the mountains, and we slept in teepees, and we went horseback riding, and we did archery, and we got to kayak. Well, it's not kayak. We were in the canoes, like, with the little things in the canoes, riding around on the lake. And American history. I have Native American in my family. I am Blackbird on my mom's side and Cherokee on my dad's side. And I told him of this experience. He did say that his grandmother in California had, and that, she was confirmed to be Native American, and that when my grandfather died, well, my great great grandfather, when he died, that some white people or probably white people. They came and they took my grandmother's land. And so basically, I know it's cliche to say, oh, I'm Native American and I'm mixed and whatnot, whatever. I consider myself as black, but I do know that I have Native American in my bloodline and in my family, and certainly resonate with and I connect with. And I remember, when we slept in teepees and things of that nature, I just always felt connected. I felt at home, and looking up at the stars and things of that nature, like I just always felt connected, and that's a part of my spirituality, my spiritual side, and that's probably why when I was Christian, I did not agree with certain things, such as like, okay, feathers always resonated with me. And I still love feathers to this day. What was I saying? Okay, so feathers. She read, and from what she had known, that feathers are bad and they can bring on bad spirits and things of that nature. But I know that feathers, for the Native culture, it means good things. It doesn't mean anything bad. It keeps bad spirits away. And I always resonated with dream catchers. When we were younger, me and my twin brother, we used to make our own dream catchers. And I did used to have nightmares when I was younger, because my big brothers and sisters, they used to watch scary movies, and we would watch them with them. So I would have nightmares and bad dreams. And so when we got a little bit older and we learned, and I always try to keep dream catchers with me for the most part. My last dream catcher that I bought my kids, I think they start taking the beads and the feathers off, so I hadn't bought one in a while. But you know what, that's another thing, another craft that I can make with my kids, is a dream catcher, because we're trying to get into crafts and things that we can do together. But long story short, the blood moon, or some people consider it the blood wolf moon. My whole point of making this video is to show, okay, since we've had the blue moon, okay, so people that are in the spiritual to benefit from it, like doing rituals and spells and things of that nature, a lot of that community, they went ahead and they prepared ahead of time, and they got their candles and their gems and stuff that they wanted to use, incense. What else? So when the solar eclipse, when the blood moon came, it was time for them to go ahead and light their candles, and whatever rituals or whatever that they were going to do, they went ahead and did them. So with that being said, do y'all think that I did my rituals? Yes, I did. So, and today I did a video on Facebook asking people to subscribe to my channel. So if you are from my Facebook and you're watching this video, and I notice that it's a lot of local people that I live here with, if you're watching this channel, what I stand for, to unfriend me on Facebook or any social media that we have, because that's fine with me. But this is who I am. This is what resonates with me. This is a good thing for me. So some people understand, and I'm going to keep going. And with that being said, yes, I did my rituals. As I try to keep candles. So I had gotten a white. I think the candle has red, yellow, and green in it. Then I ended up lighting like some birthday candles. Like I lit a green candle for money. Um, I think I lit a pink candle for like love and like kindness and things of that nature. And yellow, keep this going and everything. And so I lit my white candle. My white candle, it can be used for anything, and for that specific thing, I lit my white candle, which is universal. It could be used for any color. I use my white candle to send to for me right now. So the purpose of this video is to let you guys know that, oh, and I said I lit my incense. I had a green pine incense, I lit that, and I had purple lavender incense, I lit that too. So it's not about exactly what you have. You don't have to have anything. The solar eclipse could have came and I could have had supplies and just not used them. Or I could have had different supplies and used something different. It really does not matter. It's all about your mental, really. And so my purpose of doing my ritual while the blood moon was going, in which my candles are still burning to this day, they're still burning, which is a good thing, is for prosperity, just a lot of great things. Like if you use it, then it can help you. And so it's all about your mental, like what you think you will create. And I will say, like today, the very start of my day, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of sad. I was crying about some things because I have a lot going on in my life. I have a lot going on in my life. Like I would never wish what I'm going through on anyone. But it has been my spirituality that has helped me get through it. And like I said, some people will understand, some people won't. If you don't understand, then it just wasn't meant for you to understand. If you do understand, that's great. But, so yeah, I was sad this morning because I have kids, I have a job, I have to work, I have to take care of my kids. Like I have to continue to live my life pretty much as if nothing ever happened to me. And sometimes I don't have time to cry because I have to, be in the presence of other people. I have to be pleasant because, I can't bring my problems to work. So for the most part, I can't cry too much. I can't spend too much time on the sadness of what these past few years have brought my life. So with that being said, since I had my day off, I started thinking about some things because life can be hard. It can be really hard. And I'm strong. I'm very strong. And I declare that every single thing that I have went through these past more. Sorry, I got a phone call. Prosper this year. I'm going to do excellent this year. Sorry, that was my husband calling. But as I was saying, I'm going to do some great things. I'm getting out of my shell. Oh, excuse me. I'm getting out of my shell. I'm doing things that I never thought that I would do. Like being in front of this camera, let alone being dressed up. and not giving a crap about what anybody thinks. Speaking my mind, giving my thoughts on things. So when I lit my candles, the results that I wanted to get was only positive things, because when you have a blood moon come in, you want to release all the negative things so all the positive things can come in. And so what I was saying is that I use that to my advantage. And today is evidence. Today was my day off. I allowed myself to cry. Crying is what? Releasing. I allowed myself to release. Release everything that I'm going through. Release everything that people have done to me, have said about me. I've released all of it. I cried. I allowed myself to feel that pain. I let it go. And with that being said, I said, okay, it's the beginning of the day. It's morning. I need to make sure that the rest of my day goes well. So I said, you know what, Robin? Make you a list of things that you're going to do today, that you're going to accomplish today, and go ahead and knock it out the park. And my list, my list didn't consist of like any business related lists or anything. It was just like things that I needed to do around the house, which was clean my bathroom. So I did that today and clean other things, and I'm still working on cleaning a lot of other things. So it's just about your mental, like I could have, because that was the start of my day, I could have took that and said, oh, I don't feel like doing anything today. I don't feel like going to my appointments. I just want to stay and sleep and just stay in the house. No, I said it was a choice. I made a choice to say, okay, you cried. Now you still have your day to go and knock it out the park. So I said, okay, I'm going to get dressed. I'm going to do my makeup. Okay. I'm going to do my makeup. I'm going to do my hair. And I'm going to feel good. I'm going to present myself to the world like the way that I feel. Because yes, it's some days where I don't feel good. I don't feel like getting dressed. Don't feel like doing anything. Don't feel like anybody looking at me. Whatever. But 2019, I'm getting out of that. I'm working past how I feel. I'm putting my best foot forward. And this blood moon has everything to do with that. I decided that I want to be more organized. I want to be cleaner. A lot of things. And I did those things today. And all I can say is everything that I did today, mentally and physically, when I went out in the world today, I can say that I was received very well today. I got treated very nice today. And I got treated everything went so smoothly today that I know for a fact that it has to do with me going ahead and lighting my candles and setting my intentions. Because it's still going. My candles are still burning. And like, I could have had a bad day, but I didn't let things get me down. So pretty much everybody that I encountered today was very, they were nice and happy also. That was good to see. Because usually Like when I go to the doctor, it's kind of like stressful, and all the workers are stressful, and this and that. And where I go to the doctor is pretty much most of the staff is black. And so it felt good to come today and see, you know, everybody smiling and laughing, but you know, everybody was doing their job and everybody was professional and appropriate. But it felt good that, you know, everybody was accommodating each other and working together as a team for the company and for the greater good. And so it felt good to experience that because I don't get to experience that a lot. And it could be because when you don't put your best foot forward, you get treated a certain way. And there was a time where I would wear head rags to the doctor or wherever I was going to take business, and I got treated like crap. And I used to say it was racist, but it might not be that they were being racist just because they were white. It might be because of how I presented myself. So I'm learning to love myself, present myself in the best light possible. Only I can do that. So if I get up early, spend extra time doing my makeup, doing my hair, putting on nice clothes, I mean, it feels better, and it kind of just changes everything. Like everything is a ritual. Anything that you do with intention is a ritual. And they teach you in the Christian community that a ritual is bad and that's witchcraft and this and that. But a lot of things that are practiced in Christianity is what they call witchcraft. But hey, we're not gonna go there. Just know that a lot of things are being practiced, but Christianity, they just don't give it certain names. So with that being said, I had a good day. Every single thing, every problem that I've had today worked itself out. Worked itself out. I didn't even have to do too much thinking, talking. It just worked itself out. And a lot of the problems that I'm having behind the scenes, a lot of things were revealed to me why those things are happening and who is behind those things today. And also a lot of that has to do with your diet. For instance, I've been drinking a lot of water. I haven't been putting a lot of junk in my body. And I don't eat as much as I used to. So my frequency is where I need it to be. My frequency is pretty high. It's where I need it to be. And so that's why things were able to be revealed to me because I'm at a higher frequency. So that's something to think about. I guess it's called like God consciousness. Like when things are confirmed to you, like you get the answer. Like, oh, and another thing. Okay, so I have prophetic dreams, and the dream that I had last night into this morning, and this ties up with the blood moon. Keep in mind, I'm a prophetic dreamer. I haven't had any deep or prophetic dreams in a while, and I was wondering when I was going to have another prophetic dream. So I had one this morning. So in my dream, I had a dream that it was 3 people. It was I think it was 2 men and a woman. They knocked on the door. And so in the dream, in my house, I had a house full of people, which, I mean, every single thing is not literal. So I had a house full of people, which I never do. I haven't had a house full of people since like since I was like 21 or something like that. Like an actual, it seemed kind of like, in my dream, it didn't seem like a party. It just seemed like I had a bunch of friends and family over, and like everybody was just chilling. They were just there. So in the dream, everybody's just chilling, and I don't even notice that everybody's in the house until I get a knock on the door. So I get a knock on the door by these three people. I want to say it's either a man and two women or two women and a man, because I don't remember. But I think it was a man and two women or something. So anyway, so they knock on the door, and they open the door. So, like I said, I'm at home in my dream. I don't even notice that anyone is even there until, and they were white, and it doesn't have to mean that something like this is going to come true and that they're going to be white or anything like that. So anyways, so in the dream, they open my door. Violation. You don't live here. You had no right opening the door. Because I didn't know them in the dream. So anyway, so they open my door. No, they knock on the door and they open my door. So they come in, then they're looking strange like, I don't know y'all. But they were kind of looking like they just wanted to seem like, oh, this was an accident. Oh, we don't know y'all, so we're just going to leave. So when they opened the door and they started looking, everyone in my house got up, rushed to the door, and they were like, what the are you doing? What are you doing? Like, because they knew that the three people that had entered my home, they didn't belong there. I did not send for them, and they were in violation. So they automatically went to my defense. And so when they came to my defense, the three people each had a knife of their own. So I saw 3 knives in the dream. They all had a knife. So they had the knives, and because my people, you know, they vouched for me, they protected me, the people, they left, and that was that. Okay, so with all that being said, guess what happened to me today? Oh, today. And before I get to that, I'm going to tell you. Okay, so I told my friends and family, I said, okay, from now on, we need to make sure that that door is locked. No matter what, we need to make sure the door is locked. Because I had a dream about something and we just need to make sure the door is locked. So they said, okay, we'll make sure that the door is locked from now on, because we don't want anybody like trying to come in here and like we're caught off guard or anything like that. So they locked the door, and so I'm minding my business today. Minding my business. I get a knock on the door. I get a knock on the door. I'm not expecting anyone to come. I didn't invite anyone to come. So, I go see who it is. I don't know this person. So, I let them know that who you're looking for, I don't know them, and that you have the wrong house. So they left and they went about their way. If I had not had this dream this morning, 9 times out of 10, I probably would have opened that door. Open that door. A complete stranger is on the other side. Who knows what could have happened? But I had that dream. I took heed to that dream. And I knew to be very cautious, to not open the door. And so some other things that could have taken place and why this person knocked on the door. But I'm not going to get into that, but I'm just saying everything makes sense. Everything makes complete sense. And for my family and my friends, what happened today, that was perfect. It was perfect. Like, it was perfect. Because now we don't have an extra story about, this happened today, something bad happened. We don't have that story today. And we've had enough bad stories. We had enough bad things happening in our life. And if you can prevent bad things from happening by paying attention to your dreams, taking heed to your dreams, or anything of that nature, from your ancestors, spirit guides, angels, whatever it is that you believe in, God, if God shows you a sign, take heed, listen. It could save your life. It could keep you out of trouble. It's just a good thing to listen to and to look out for. So, this video has been 33 minutes and 24 seconds. I think I got to the point. So, doing rituals on the blood moon are just tools to help you. So, with that being said, don't be afraid to use your tools. Don't be afraid. Oh, and I would like to shout out, what is his name? Joel Benjamin. I think he had a YouTube video about, I think he was going to live stream or something, do a conference or something about the blood moon. And the New York Times, they tried to like shade him and say that he was a lunatic. Get it? Lunatic, lunar tick, lunar moon, lunatic, crazy. Get it? Haha. So they try to call him a lunatic and say, oh, he's preparing for the blood moon and he's crazy, don't buy his tickets and this and that. But his ticket sales ended up like quadrupling. That was like, even though it was bad press, sometimes all attention is good attention, and it made him even more popular. It got the word out even further. So it ended up, what was supposed to be bad and embarrassing for him, he turned it around and made it profitable and good for him. So that's all I can say is, when you're really working on your spirituality and doing your work, doing the craft, things like that can turn around for you. So, once again, my name is Robin Gray. Subscribe to my channel, like my channel, comment on my channel, and have a good night. Thank you for watching.